Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So today's deck profile, I went to my locals and I got the guy that always plays Bloom. You know, you all have them, the one person that's always sticking to green, and he knows Bloom best. This is Hugo Souls. He's been featured on the channel before. He's a longtime testing partner of mine. He's also doing a BloomLordmon deck profile on his channel. I'll link it in the description below when he is able to get that out for you guys. So go check that out when it goes live. But let's go ahead and jump into his version of BloomLord.
First things first, we're going 4 Argomon. Really enjoyed this for the unsuspend. I mean, to gain one, because it does help sometimes. But the Cocomon from, I want to say EX4, would, if you're wanting to replace those are pretty good. I do, oh, no, wrong direction. 1 Gummymon. This is just a 5th egg. But honestly, if you're wanting to switch stuff around, you could do 4 Cocos and 1 Gummy, or 4 Cocos and then 1 Argo. Then we're gonna get into rookies. We go 4 BT10 Palmon. This is just really good for your searches, and then you get to play them for free off your bodies anyway, so they just end up helping you out. And it grabs 2 targets, both fairy and vegetation, which just honestly speeds up the deck because Bloom being a fairy. Then we go this Palmon, the BT14 one. She's not bad. Her start of turn effect is really good for whenever you suspend something, but I mainly just use it for her inheritable to reduce Digivolution cost, because it just helps you speed your stuff out really quick whenever you got the green Tamer on board. And then I do 3 Palmon X antibodies. The big thing for this is it's really good because the on play and when digivolving is to spin one of your opponent's Digimon. And mostly your rookies are all Palmons anyway, so it just ends up helping you out. And then the inheritable, whenever you play a Tamer, you gain 1. That works really well with the Palmon from BT14. And then I end up running 2 of these, the Pumamons. So this is a double-edged sword, but it's really good whenever you're going against something like Davis, because it stops them from putting stuff in breeding. So it does help you out there, and it's at least able to be played off of your suspension effects. Now we're gonna go into our ultimates. 3 BT10 Sunflowmons. I only do 3 because I think 4 becomes too breaky sometimes. But it's whenever you Digivolve, you can suspend one of your green Digimon. Whenever you do, you play a body with 3000 DP or less. That's a Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy. Her inheritable comes up a lot in your own effects, so it does speed up your tempo. And then I run 4 BT13 Palmons, or Sunflowmons. So these are good for whenever you suspend, you can Digivolve into a card with Fairy for a reduced cost of 2. So it's really good if you play it off an Argomon, and then you just suspend it to go into your Bloom for 2 less. So, and then she also's got the reduce effect if you have a green Tamer on board. So, helps you get up to your Mega faster. And then I do 3 Togemon. So she's really good for whenever you want to suspend her to get your Tamers on board for a reduced cost. Because you can play the BT14 Mimi for 0 with her. And then with some of your inheritables you get the game. But she's also in here again for the reduced Digivolution cost, because that just speeds up your tempo so quick. And then we're off to level 5s. I go 4 Argomon, or Agitarmon. These are your quick cards. This is your main level 5 you want to go into, because you can just suspend whatever and play a Digimon out. It is once per turn, but it still just speeds up your pieces for whenever you need it to go into Bloom. It's inheritable whenever something becomes suspended, gain 1. So it really helps out whenever you go into that Bloom stack. And then I do have a one of, which is one of Lily. She's good for Blast Evoing, Then I do one of Blossom. I do 2 Cherrymon. I see this is very talked back and forth. I enjoy it because of the redirect really does help for certain matchups. So, and the Digizorp is pretty good. And then we're off to our Megas. I do 4 Bloomlord. So this is our main guy, as we know. So whenever you suspend something, or when Digivolving, suspend something, and whenever you do, if you gain one for every plant and vegetation. And Fairy, you gain one. If you gain 2 or more, he unsuspends himself. And then for every 2, he gains an extra security attack and plus 2,000. Now my other Mega that I like to run is Quantummon. She is a fairy, so you can grab her off most of your searching effects. She's really good because when Digivolving, you can bounce a Digimon to security stack, and it doesn't care which board. You can do it on yours, on your opponent's, but you can always flip over your opponent's security stack and take a card out. And the good thing about her is the start of the turn, she can make herself. You declare the card type, and whenever you do, if you declared right, she becomes unaffected, and then you can choose either top deck it or bottom deck it. She's really good to stall out some stuff and make sure your opponent gets a dead draw. Honestly, if you're wanting to, because I don't end up running it, I would maybe drop a Bloomlord for a Hydra, because it feels pretty good with both of them. But I'm not doing that right now. And then we got our level 7s. Quartzmon, one of the secondary boss monster of this deck. He's good because he suspends everything, keeps everything board locked, and then it gets to the point in the game sometimes where you can just hard drop a body, suspend it off one of your effects to speed him up for whenever you do your effects, to start trashing cards off your opponent's security. He's really good. And then I do 1 BT1 Mimi, and I do 4 BT14 Mimis. So I prefer this card over this one sometimes. Like, she's good for starting your turn, but this is a searcher, and then she helps you out in your own suspension effects. So, and then I do 4 agility training. These are just really good. This is really a staple. And then I do 1 of hidden potential discovered, naturally. And then I do a new world. So this is really good for whenever you have this out on board. Because let's say you digivolve into something, you suspend this, so it kind of becomes dead. Let's say you get a Toga out on board, or you have a Toga out on board too. You activate this, you get to play a Palmon, and whenever you do, this goes back to your hand. And basically the play is you suspend Toga, and then you can play it out again to get the on play into your turn effect.
Alright, that's it. So thank you guys. If you got any questions, make sure you put it in the comment section below. I know this is a fast one, so if there's anything, we'll try, either him or I will try to respond